everyone, this is Maki. I have come from Japan to share the brilliance of the Gundam series. The movie of the Gundam Seed series is being produced. In a meeting held by the production company for its investors, it was communicated that its release will be soon. What kind of story will this movie be? This time, I will explain the path that leads to the beginning of the movie's story. I would like to introduce this comment. It's from Mitsuo Fukudao, the director of the team that produced the Gundam Seed series. He fondly recalls the remastered discs released in the past. Making Gundam Seed and the remastered discs feels like a recent experience. But 20 years have passed. We, the production staff, are delighted that fans enjoy the discs. It gives us the power to create works. We included an audio drama CD as a bonus in these discs. The audio drama is not merely a comedy. It is a work by Kaeki Morosawa that leads to the sequel story. You will enjoy it more if you listen. I will discuss what information can be obtained from this audio drama. In this episode, we'll discuss the story of Hiro and Yzak after the Battle of Sea Destiny. Yzak's mother also makes an appearance. In the final scene of Sea Destiny, Hiro is seen wearing a white military uniform. This is the attire of captains, base commanders, unit commanders, and special forces commanders, symbolizing a highly prestigious position. Only Kira and Yzak were wearing it in the last scene. The audio drama depicts the events 3 days after this final scene. Kira shows up in front of a busy Yzak. Surprisingly, Kira gets lost inside the Zacht military building. While expressing disbelief, Yzak advises Kira the soldiers of the Zacht army were forced into many hard battles by the Freedom Gundam. They are soldiers who have feelings of anger towards you. I will escort you. These lines are delivered in a comical tone. However, it reflects an undeniable reality. Kira implemented a style of attack aimed at not taking the lives of pilots yet. A mobile suit that has lost its weapons or propulsion on the battlefield is extremely dangerous. In fact, in the drama, there were scenes where attacks were carried out against enemy soldiers who became defenseless, accompanied by the words, "We don't need prisoners like you." There might be people who cannot tolerate the presence of Kira in a white military uniform within the Zacht army. It is necessary for Yzak, who also wears the same white uniform, to accompany him as a guard. Kira seems a bit hesitant around Yzak. Yzak feels as though Kira is avoiding conversation with him. Yzak starts to wonder. He thinks that Asran might have told Kira something unfavorable about him. Yzak had been injured in the face in a battle with the Stray Gundam. However, he assures Kira that he has already forgotten the grudges of the past. Kira says that it's not a big issue. Kira throws a question at Yzak. Are you the #1 member of Lars Klein's fan club? Kira is Lars Klein's boyfriend. Asran was once engaged to Lars Klein. While Asran had deep feelings for Lars, their relationship was somewhat like a political marriage. In the past, Asran and Yzak had often clashed. From this experience, Asran warned Kira, "Be careful, Yzak might bear a grudge against you." Therefore, Kira tried to avoid being with Yzak. When Kira avoids him, Yzak grumbles to himself, "I respect Lars Klein, but she's not a romantic interest. I would prefer someone slightly fuller and whose singing doesn't involve high-level techniques. I want to be in a relationship with a woman who can make people around her happy with her smile. When Yzak returns home, he is greeted by a holographic maid. As Yzak looks puzzled, his mother Jule appears. Her actions stemmed from concern for her son, who neglected to meet women, using his peace as an excuse. She explains that she prepared the holographic image from a picture of a woman proposed as a potential fiancé for Yzak. However, since she could not prepare the voice, she also reveals that she voiced all the women. The drama offers a chance to enjoy a cheerful side of Jule, who often has a stunned expression in the story. The mother also heard rumors that Yzak was the #1 member of the Lost Crying fan club. She was worried about her son, who was thinking about Lost Crying, who already had a boyfriend. However, this is just information based on mere rumors. Unable to bear his persistent mother, Yzak storms out of the house. He tries to generate work forcibly to escape the situation. He comes up with the idea of accompanying the unit that departs the quickest. Upon checking his daily terminal, it turns out the Archangel fits the bill. The audio drama ends with Yzak deciding to board the Archangel. That concludes the story of Hiro and Yzak in the audio drama. Although Hiro acted in a way that seemed to avoid Yzak, their relationship was not antagonistic. Their conversations were reminiscent of the playful banter between close friends. The possibility of Hiro not having a good impression among the soft soldiers was discussed. In the story of Gundam Seed Destiny, there were scenes where radical factions within the soft acted independently and caused incidents. It might be information that shouldn't be taken lightly. There was also information about Yzak's love life. There are expectations around his relationship with the supporting character, Shiho. She is a soldier of the dot. Since she is not a singer, her singing skills are unknown. Although her character is not detailed, she is often described as a serious person. Their relationship is something to keep an eye on. In the last scene, Yzak tries to board the Archangel. In the movie, you might enjoy seeing Yzak fighting alongside the Archangel. It reminded me of the Jule Gundam, which was in charge of guarding the Archangel in the last episode of Gundam Seed. I hope to see a new form of the Jule Gundam in the movie. What kind of Gundam do you hope will appear? Please let me know in the comments if you like. I'm genuinely looking forward to the Gundam Seed movie. Lastly, I'll share some fun information with you. The subscribe button on your screen is a support button for the development of the new Jule Gundam. By pressing the like button and the bell button, you can provide further support. Let's complete the Ignite Jule Gundam together.